In today's session, I'm going to cover the last topic of your second module, that is fiber couplers. Okay, we will be looking into the different, what do you mean by fiber couplers? What are the different classifications? Okay, so we have already seen in the connectors types, we have seen different joints, misalignments, different losses. Then coming to some fiber connectors we have seen. And then in the previous session we have seen about the splices as well as the connectors. Okay, so there's a slight difference. Splices means you're with a splicing technique, you're connecting the fibers to different fibers end faces permanently. Okay, it's a permanent joint. In case of connectors, it is what it is, a demountable joint. You can remove, connect, disconnect. That is the flexibility that you have in case of connectors. Okay, even though this is not a part of that connection process, however, we have included this also in the category of jointing two different fibers, because this coupler is one device through which you will either split the power or combine the power. Okay, it can act as a splitter, power splitter, or the combiner. Just like in case of waveguides also, we have seen how the things, the power or the energy gets split using waveguide T's, right? So similar to that, fiber couplers also they can act as a combiner or splitter. Okay, that's why we have included this topic in the connectors part of your module 2. An optical fiber coupler is a device which distributes the light. Okay, whatever the wave is coming from one fiber, that is called the main fiber. From the main fiber, you will distribute the light into either one or more branch fibers. अगर आपका ये main optical fiber है, and say many optical fibers are connected. So if you want the light to be distributed among these different 4 optical fibers, if you use a coupler here, you can do this, you can achieve this. ये जो main fiber में आपका light propagate हो रहा है, you can distribute among all these. Again it depends, अगर आप equal करना चाहते हो या फिर partial percentage wise करना चाहते हो distribution, it depends on the technique that you use. These devices are used to divide or combine the optical signals. So that's what I said, it can be acting as a splitter or the combiner. For applications like, okay, these fiber couplers are being used in data buses, in LAN connections, in computer networks, and in telecommunication networks. So in all these applications, fiber couplers are being used. And these are often the passive devices in which the power transfer takes place in 2 different ways. Okay, in first way, how we are achieving this coupling, how we are achieving this distribution is either we call it core interaction type. Okay, this is one type of power distribution. The another is surface interaction type. So there are 2, core interaction and surface interaction. Let me give you the figures here. If you have an optical fiber, one which is to be coupled with 2, मतलब जो भी power यहाँ से flow हो रहा है, that you want to distribute it to the another fiber. Then you are aligning both the fibers in such a way that their cores are aligned. Okay, so this is one way. We have seen this kind of structure even in case of misalignments, right? We have seen 2 fibers, butt jointed fibers, what we call butt jointed together. Okay, they are aligned, their cores are aligned. This is one that is called core interaction type. So it is by butt jointing the fibers. Okay, second, you can see this is one optical fiber, this is one more. Just these 2 are touching each other. So if you take this kind of arrangement, through the surface interaction, the coupling is happening. Okay, through the surface interaction, you can see there is a perpendicular transfer to the axis. Okay, axis अगर horizontal है, आपका जो power distribution है perpendicular है. So that is because of this structure, we call it surface interaction type. So there are basically two ways in which the power can be distributed. One is the core interaction type, the other one is surface interaction type. Now coming to the different classifications of optical fiber, this fiber couplers. So we will be looking into these in detail. Multi-port optical fiber couplers, they are divided into mainly three categories. The first one is called 3 or 4 port couplers. Okay, you know what is a port. Okay, pair of terminals in case of electrical networks. But if you look into any of the devices, components, a port is nothing but a plane. Okay, so you will be having either 3 or 4 port couplers. They are used for either signal splitting or the distribution and combining. It is something like this. Okay, T network jaise aayega, ya fir 4 ports, something like this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, something like this. We will be looking into in depth of each of these categories. Okay, the second is called star couplers. So these are used to distribute the signal. Again, star coupling, this is used for distribution. If you are using the 3 or 4 port couplers, it can be used either for splitting, distribution, or combining. Okay, this is for distributing a single input signal into multiple outputs, something like multiplexer. Okay, many to one, one to many. The third one is wavelength division multiplexing. In short, it is called WDM. WDM devices, couplers, they are designed to permit different wavelength optical signals. Okay, you know what is the operation, what is the concept behind a multiplexer. So what you will do here in case of multiplexing, you will be having many signals. Each signal will be having different wavelengths. So you can take one part of these wavelengths and you can combine them all together as a one signal and you can send it. So many to one is the multiplexer to be transmitted in parallel on a single fiber. Okay, something like this. If you have many signals, okay, if this is you're having the lambda 1 wavelength, lambda 2, lambda 3, and lambda 4. So all these optical signals, they're propagating with the different frequency and wavelengths. What you'll do, you'll take some portion of this. This is your lambda 1, then the second one, lambda 2, then the third one, lambda 3. So all these optical signals all together, you can transmit it as a single signal. Okay, which will, because they won't mix up, they are having different wavelengths, so they won't mix up, the information will not get mixed up. Okay, or either for multiplexing, or even you use this to separate these, you know, the other way, demultiplexing. You take this single line, you segregate them, and you get the different outputs. So you can use wavelength division multiplexing kind of devices, the couplers also. So these are the basically three categories. One is 3 and 4 port couplers, second one is star couplers, third one is WDM. So let us go one by one. You can see here I have given the examples of the first category, 3 and 4 port. You can see there are 3 ports here, 1, 2, 3. Here it is 1, 2, 3. So these are 3 port devices. You can see a power which is coming from the main fiber. Here if you use this coupler, it gets split. So it is a splitter, a coupler acting as a splitter. Here 2 different signals, they are coming, they are combining together and it is propagating in the third fiber. So this is a combiner. So it fiber couplers, they can act as a splitter or power combiners. And this is one more diagram for coupling. This is having 4 ports. These first 2 are having 3 ports. This figure has got 4 ports. We will be looking into the details of this coupler. Then the second type, star coupler. We can see many optical fibers, and here there is single line. Single line actually indicates what? You have taken all these bunch together and you have twisted. How you twist the clothes in order to dry, in order to squeeze the water, how you twist. So like that, different fibers, you know, they'll be having very tensile strength, right? They'll be having the elasticity. Even though they are made of glass, they're tensile. their elasticity is more, so they are very much flexible enough. So you all together, you take the bunch and you twist it so that the power will be distributed like this. Okay, this is a star coupler. And the third type is multiplexer, the wavelength division multiplexing device. You can see two different signals having two different wavelengths. They are combined and they are sent as a one signal, which are having two different wavelength parts. They won't get mixed up. Similarly, this is your demultiplexing phenomenon. So these are some examples I have given you just to indicate what are those three different types of couplings. The first category we will see, that is a 3 and 4 port couplers. So here we will be looking into the different methods how to achieve, the manufacturing method, you can say, how to achieve these 3 port and 4 port couplers. The first one, here we will be looking into 3 or 4 different methods. The first one is lateral offset method. You can see here, this is your main fiber. Okay, this is your second and third fiber. So what is happening here? We have already seen about the misalignment, lateral misalignment, where their cores are misaligned. You can see the axis is different for both. Otherwise, the joints ideally should be like this. Okay, both axes of the core, this core axis should be in line, but here it is not happening. We have seen what do you mean by lateral misalignment already. So the overlapping of the core region will be like this, and the amount of loss depends on this common area. कितना area available है उतना अच्छा transmit होगा, and कितना कम आपको area मिलेगा उतना loss ज्यादा होगा. That we have already studied in case of misalignments. Okay, so that lateral offset concept we are taking here. You can see they are not aligned. If you see the first optical fiber axis, the second and the third, they are not aligned. There is an offset here. Only the common area available is only this much for between first and second, and for the first and third, the common area available is only this much. So this involves overlapping of the fiber and faces. The light from this main fiber, input fiber, it is coupled to these branch fibers according to the degree of overlap. जितना ये overlap का region ज्यादा होगा उतना ही coupling होगा, उतना ज्यादा power आप transfer कर पाओगे, distribute कर पाओगे. Hence the input power is distributed by appropriately controlling the lateral offset. ये जो positioning है दोनों second and third, how much you want the distribution, ज्यादा है कम है, आप ये difference, this offset value say y and this value z, by changing or by controlling these offset values, you can control the amount of distribution of the power. And this method provides bidirectional capability, but it will incur higher loss. Okay, this is one of the disadvantage of this lateral offset method. If you couple like this, okay, and this is a 3-port coupler. You have this 1 port, this is your second port, this is your third port. So this is a 3-port coupler. Coming to the second type of method, how to get this coupling, semi-transparent mirror method. So in this, you can see this is your main fiber. In the main fiber, light is propagating. The direction is shown here. So what is happening is, here in between, here at this, there is a slant position mirror kept inside. So there is a semi-transparent mirror which is kept here. So what will happen here? Whenever the light which is propagating, when it hits this mirror, it is not completely transparent. It is a semi-transparent. So partial reflections takes place. So some amount of light will move in this direction and the remaining will move ahead. So in this way, you can distribute the power. ये जो main fiber का जितना power है, थोड़ा amount आप second fiber में distribute कर रहे हो. This is your second fiber, this is your first fiber. So it uses beam splitter method. So this main beam which is propagating in first fiber, here in this, the main beam is propagating, and by using this mirror, you're splitting the beam. So that's why it is beam splitter method, using a semi-transparent mirror. this is a partially reflecting mirror. Okay, so a partially reflecting surface is applied directly to the fiber. Here it is kept at a slant level. End face cut an angle 45 degrees. So कितने angle में ये रखे हैं? It is something like this. ये आपका fiber core axis है main fiber का. This is your mirror kept. So the angle between them is 45 degrees. To form a thin beam splitter. Okay, the input power may be split in any desired ratio. आपको main fiber में कितना amount चाहिए, how much you want to be reflected, that you can control. You can get any desired value between the reflected and the transmitting beams depending upon the properties of the intervening mirror. So this, what I have shown you, it is a semi-transparent mirror. So depending upon what kind of mirror you're using, how much is its the transparency, how much, what is the capability of that mirror, depending on that, any desired value of the signal can be reflected and transmitted. Coming to the third method, it is called green rod lens. Okay, it is a type of lens, and we are utilizing some of the properties of this lens in our method so that we can achieve the coupling. Okay, so you can see again, this is a 3-port device. This is your first fiber, second fiber, and the third fiber. You can see there is a grid rod lens placed here. Okay, so what will happen? This is your lens. So whenever you can see the direction, actually the main fiber is F1. Okay, in the first fiber, the light is propagating. It will enter. When it enters, because of the beam expansion and collimation properties of the lens. So this special type of lens we are using, green rod lens, it has got a property of beam expansion and collimation. मतलब beam expand हो रहा है in different modes and finally आके collimate, आके it is combining. So that property we are utilizing here. You can see at this end, when it enters the lens, it will have expansion, beam expansion. It gets split in 2 different beams. So inside this, when it hits this surface, what is happening? Again, it has got a property. It has got both beam expansion and collimation. यहाँ पर, because of the properties of the lens, some part gets reflected and the remaining part gets transmitted. Okay, this is one way. And as you can see, the part which is being reflected, it is collected at one more fiber. Okay, and this I have shown you for this beam. ये जो beam yellow color का beam है, this is, it hits the surface. After this, it will get reflected, and reflected part is entering the second fiber, and जो भी transmit हो रहा है remaining, it is not as it is going from F1 main fiber में नहीं जा रहा है, it is going into F3, one more different fiber. This is a yellow color line which I'm showing you as one ray which is passing when your beam gets split. Now coming to the second one, the split beam. Again, it has no, it cannot follow the first path. It has some different paths to follow. So it will again hit the surface because of the what reflection, partially some values, some amount of the signal gets reflected and some amount gets transmitted. So now this is your beam splitting and reflection. After these, when it arrives at F2 and F3, what is happening? Both this yellow and blue color line, it is collimation. They are getting together and they are being transmitted as one beam. Here also, these both yellow line and blue line, both together, they are collimating and they are getting transmitted as one beam. So जो भी आप light F1 में transfer कर रहे हो, propagate कर रहे हो, that because of this lens properties, you are coupling this power from F1 to both F2 and F3 in this way. Okay, this is your grid rod lens. You can see this, we call it a parallel surface type because of the arrangement. Okay, this is your parallel surface type. So sabhi axes, they are all parallel to each other. Coming to the another type of this grid rod lens, slant surface type. So let's see what is this slant surface type. Here again, you're having three different fibers. I have not numbered it. Let us take this as 1, 2, and 3. So you are again setting up three different fibers. Main fiber आपका 1 है. Okay. Here the wave is propagating. What is happening? Here you are using the grid rod length. Again, you are using the properties of the beam expansion and collimation. When the light enters this lens, here the beam expansion takes place, and earlier you had a mirror here. So at that point, reflection was getting occurred. But here the mirror is kept at a slant position. Okay, it is not vertical. Here this time it is at a slant position, so that whatever beams, let me take the first color to indicate two different paths. This is one path. It will hit the surface. Some part gets reflected, some part gets transmitted. Then coming to one more beam, expanded beam. Some part it will hit this mirror, some parts gets reflected, some part gets transmitted. So at the end, what is happening? These are two beams, they are collimating. They are again together acting as a one beam. Here also they both collimate, and together as a one beam it is transmitted. So the concept is same. Okay, you are using the beam expansion and collimation, but how you are keeping the fibers positions, okay, they are parallel surface or the slant surface, it depends. Depending on that, two types I have shown you here. So this utilizes the beam expansion and collimation properties combined with spherical retro reflecting mirrors. So these mirrors, this let me show you two mirrors we are using here, right? So this is one mirror, this is second mirror. So we are using these rod lens as well, green rod lens together with the mirrors, and this exhibit a loss, insertion loss of less than 1 dB. It is less compared to all others, so it is less. Coming to fourth method. So we have got three methods. One is lateral offset method, semi-transparent mirror method. Third one is green rod lens. Coming to the fourth, it is called fused biconical taper method. That is in short FBT. FBT method. You can see the first three methods which we have seen, it is for 3-port coupler. Okay, but this fourth method is for 4-port. You can see in port 1 the power is getting entered. Okay, and you have port 2, 3, and 4, and many times instead of numbering them, they name it. This is your main port, then I think this is your main fiber. Then you have this port, we call it secondary, then output, sorry, this is your input port. Okay, then this is your I think it is main port. I'm not very much sure about it. This is your output port, and this is your reflected port. So instead of numbering them, they can even name them: input, output, main port, as well as the reflected port. I'm not sure about the fourth one. Okay, so this is for 4-port coupler. So here the fibers are twisted together. You can see if they are twisted at this, what will happen? They are twisted together. At this region, there is a difference. Okay, when you twist it, and then spot fused. यहाँ पर अगर आप heating apply करोगे तो they'll get fused. Okay, दोनों मिल जाएंगे. That you can see it here. Here you can see they are fused together. Hope the structure is clear. So दोनों ये जो हैं, because of the heating fused method, they are under tension, so that जो भी fused section है, this part, it is elongated. Obviously, जब आप, क्योंकि optical fibers are made of glass, so if you just provide some heat to them, what will happen? They'll melt and they'll get fused because of the tension created. So this structure in between what you can see, this V is what? Biconical tapered structure. So we call this structure biconical tapered structure. That's why the name is biconical tapered method. Fine. So fused biconical tapered method. Now let us see what is the operation inside. Okay. Now we have seen how it is formed. Let's see what is the operation. The optical power launched into the input fiber yahan pe. Okay, from this port it is entering. So what is happening here? One ray, let me show you here. Okay, total internal reflection ho raha hai, the wave is being propagated. When it comes in this fused region, biconical region mein, what will happen? It will behave like what? Higher order modes jo hai, they will enter the cladding region. So they'll simply, get out of the core yahan pe. And after that, again, they'll come back. This is one ray I'm showing you. Okay, such that likewise, you can have many number of rays. So ye one ray I have shown you. Second, dotted lines are there. You can see. So this is one more mode which is propagating. So whenever it encounters this tapered region, it will go out, enters the cladding, and it will enter some other another optical fiber, and then it will propagate like this. Okay, this is the inside structure. The higher order modes, just a second, optical fiber which is launched into the input fiber, it propagates in the form of guided core modes. You can see red color inside the core, they are getting propagated. But when they encounter this tapered region, what will happen? The higher order modes, okay, they leave the fiber core because of its reduced size. Higher order modes, because of the reduced size, they will enter the cladding region and they will move to the another fiber in the tapered down region, and therefore they are guided as the cladding modes. So in the cladding, they start propagating. So these modes, they transfer back. You can see red color. After this, they'll again come back. These modes transfer back to the guided core modes in the tapered up region. Okay, they enter the cladding modes and then they'll come back to the core modes of the output fiber. Okay, so this is your input, this is your output. Fine, now the naming is correct. This is your input port, this is your output port. Then I'm not sure about the third one. So this is your reflected port. Okay, probably this is called secondary port or so. With approximately even distribution between the two fibers. So जो भी power distribution होगा यहाँ पे, it will be uniform. It will be uniform. Okay. Often only a portion of the total power is coupled between the fibers. Okay, this is the practicalities I'm talking, because only higher order modes take part in this process. You can see, because we know higher order modes carry less power, and there are more likely to enter the cladding region. Try to recall modes, how they were, something like this for fundamental mode, then something like this, right? As the modes, higher number of modes increases, the field distribution is something like this. You can see this part is the central core. However, in some part, you can see they have entered the cladding. So they are, as and when the modes increases, this cladding region में जो enter हो रहा है power, it increases. Okay, that's why because of this, only the higher order modes take part in the process, and the lower order modes, they remain in the main fiber. The various losses that are associated with the 4-port couplers, it is important as far as problems are concerned. There are 4 different losses. One is called the access loss, then the insertion loss, crosstalk, and the splitting or the coupling ratio. So these 4, you need to know what is the equation for this particular FBT coupler. Okay, fused biconical tapered method, that by using this, the coupler that we form, it is FBT coupler. For this, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 different ports. For this, you need to know few loss parameters. First one is the access loss. It is the ratio of power input by output. That is called 10 log to the base 10 P1, the input power divided by output, P3 plus P4. Both together, P3 and P4 में total कितना है output? That. It is called the access loss. Coming to the insertion loss, it is the loss obtained for a particular port-to-port optical path. So insertion loss, अगर आप pair of ports के बीच में रहेगा, how the structure is? This is your port 1, this is your port 2, port 3 and port 4. So input port तो common है दोनों के लिए, numerator is common for insertion loss. So it can be between the ratio of 1 to 3 or 1 to 4. So here I have written it for 1 to 4. 1 to 3 I have not written, fine. But insertion loss can be between any pair of ports. It can be 1 to 3 or 1 to 4. Then crosstalk. Crosstalk is the measure of the directional isolation achieved by the device. Okay, कितना isolate हुआ है as the ratio of backscattered power received. You can see in this we are talking about output as a 3 plus 4. What about 2? A reflected power, that is called backscattered power. That's why I'll take the ratio P2 by P1. That is crosstalk. Then finally the coupling ratio. So the coupling ratio is the percentage of the division of the optical fiber, optical power. कितना amount of power distribute हुआ है, कितना divide हुआ है, how much power is getting coupled. Okay, input port से कितना amount of power आप couple कर रहे हो, distribute कर रहे हो दूसरे ports को. That is P3 divided by P3 plus P4. So ये total आपका output हो गया. So P3 divided by P3 plus P4, or if you want to take in terms of P4, it is 1 minus P4 by P3 plus P4. So both will do. And this is a split ratio actually. So these are 4 equations that I have given you. Based on that, there is a problem here. A 4-port multi-mode fiber FBT coupler. So this is again fused method you have. It has got the input power at port 1 is 60 microwatts. So input power, port at the power at port 1 is given to you. The measured output